Hello everybody, and welcome to newcomers who may be seeing this channel for the very first time. I have not pursued YouTube with any great enthusiasm in the past because we tend to post on Facebook and Instagram mostly, and I'll explain why. But for those of you that are new, my name is Susan Machin. I'm the founder of the Georgia Mule and Donkey Refuge in Morocco. And we also have a charity in the UK called the Georgia Mule and Donkey Trust. And when we take donations for our charity, they are made into the trust in England that is governed by the Charity Commission, and in turn they are then sent to Morocco. Our refuge has grown in 10 years to be one of the most significant equine, well, the only wholly equine refuge in Morocco. And we now have nearly 400 donkeys, mules and horses. We started to take horses during the pandemic and the earthquake because they were suffering a great deal and there was nowhere else for them to go. But the purpose of this broadcast today is a very important one, and I want to be quite frank with you, and it's going to take some time. So I think as more seasoned YouTubers than me would say, settle back, get some popcorn, get a drink of your choice. This may take a while, but I would also be very grateful to people who do watch it if they would subscribe and share and like, because I think it's going to be very important in the future. Many of you will know that there was a short video that went viral. Oh, I don't know, we're probably looking 2 weeks ago now. I'm not quite sure of the time, but about 2 weeks ago. And this video was taken by a tourist traveling through Morocco. I understand it was her first visit to Morocco, and she comes from Bratislava, I think. But she actually took a video of a Shetland pony in the square in Meknes, which is a 7-hour drive from us in the north of the country. Meknes city is a very famous city and very popular amongst tourists. Let me say at the outset that Shetland ponies are used widely around Morocco as tourist attractions, and you will find them in a lot of the squares in Morocco. And consequently, they fetch a very high price. It isn't as easy to go up to the owner of a Shetland pony and say, "You're not treating that pony properly, I'll give you 1,000 dirhams, give it to me." Absolutely not. They are quite valuable equines. This video that she took, and I've checked her out, and she has several social media platforms, not just one Instagram, but it went viral on one particular Instagram, and people throughout the world were quite shocked by what they saw. Perhaps what she didn't realise is that when that happens in Morocco, hundreds of people contact me because they know of our reputation in Morocco. And I was asked, along with other charities in Morocco, to intervene. Those of you that know our work will know that we never let a case like this go. And usually what happens in Morocco is if tourists see something that disturbs them, they would contact us first. In this instance, it went viral. I did have contact with the person who had made the video, and of course I was happy to collaborate with her, and it was made clear that the people negotiating to actually get the release of these ponies in Meknes was an organisation called Meknes City, which is very much a business organisation there to support businesses in Meknes. And I had contact with them as well. As time went on, I very quickly realised that the case of this particular pony called Halima was urgent because she was pregnant, and she was standing in the square and tourists would be taking photographs of her and sitting on her back. So I did have dealings with Meknes City. I started a fundraiser because to buy a Shetland pony, we already have nearly 400 here, and we can't just afford that amount of money out of our reserves. And I was contacted by the woman who had originally made the post and said, would I not collaborate with her because we shouldn't be collecting any money until a deal had been done with respect to all the ponies. I said, no, I'll take you off. I won't collaborate with you, but we have to get on with raising funds to get Halima, the pregnant pony, out. And I dealt with Meknes City, and I kept going public and telling people what I was doing, and people were very good and they very kindly donated. And then I got a message of her that said, you're saying you're contacting Meknes City. I've contacted them, and you only contacted them yesterday because you had some criticism, which of course wasn't true. But what had happened is, as our fundraiser was going around, some people were accusing me of lying, of being a scammer. And I had some very, very unpleasant emails. And those of you that know me, including the government in Morocco, would know that we are not scammers. And the reality is, in Morocco, it is the law. And I say that because I'm a retired barrister, and I've had quite a lot of dealings with the law in Morocco on another case, but that's for another day. And the law in Morocco is that only regulated and registered associations can fundraise. Private individuals can't. That might have been quite a shock to other people. Meknes City understood it, but there we go. In the event, my manager here, who is Moroccan and a pretty amazing person, was able to negotiate directly with the owner of the pony. And we were told that the cost that was being put out by Meknes City and others was not what he was asking. It was indicated it would be several $1,000s. And he was very happy for Halima to come to us because we were a charity and we had raised enough money to buy Halima and give the owner some sort of assurance that he should be looking for other work to do. And that is what happened. We transferred the money to him. Now, I'm losing track of time. I think we transferred the money last Thursday, but it was one day last Wednesday. As soon as the money was transferred, he organised a driver to bring Halima down to us. Now remember, it is a 7-hour drive. He left at 4:00 in the afternoon, and 2:00 in the morning, he phoned us to say that she had started to give birth en route. And he'd taken her out of the van, put her on the side of the road, and Ayub, my manager here, talked him through the delivery, what he should do. Thankfully, the baby was delivered safely, and the driver has called the baby Marjana, and in English that means diamond. And he arrived here the following day at 4:00, so there had been a 24-hour journey. Both Halima and the baby were in very good condition. They'd obviously been well fed. It was an absolute joy to have them here. And they went straight into a stable that we'd prepared and had a warm bed, plenty of food and water, and they are doing extremely well. And we are posting videos of them now, which again are going round and round. And thank you to everybody who has supported us. However, I must say, and I'm saying this on YouTube, and I'm aware of defamation, I'm aware of community guidelines with regard to Instagram. We use Instagram, and this had been posted on Instagram. And if you feel that there is a copyright claim on Instagram, you press a button, it automatically is all done electronically, and we had 2 copyright claims against us. And they were for the picture that we originally posted of Halima standing in the square. Now, of course, I'm going to challenge that with Instagram because, of course, lots of people all over the world copied and posted that photograph. And if we had not got involved, Halima would not have got here in time to have her foal and be safe. Now, I've subsequently heard from somebody else in another country who had also been fundraising for us, were always very supportive of our charity. They had an Instagram claim against us that someone was trying to close down their Instagram account. Now, that set a lot of cogs going in my brain. So we spent the whole of yesterday investigating. We can't disclose everything here because remember, I had to act very discreetly. I had to keep my relationship with Meknes City because I wanted to know what was going on. But in the end, I know Morocco and I know we had to negotiate directly. Now, clearly what I have done, I've interfered with what other people wanted to do. I'm not bothered about that because the important thing is to have the pony and her baby safe. I understand that a petition has now been launched by the person in Slovakia who first posted online saying that they take all the credit, the victory is theirs. And because it went wildfire, it opened doors, the donkey has been saved. No mention of us, of course. No mention of who's going to feed it, who's going to look after it. And they have started a petition to fight and stop animal abuse in Morocco. Good luck on that one, I say. We've been at this for 10 years and we have made huge progress, huge progress. I can tell you the government will not take a scrap of notice of petitions that come from outside Morocco. And certainly I am in touch with the relevant people at government level and we will continue to campaign to have the squares in Morocco made more acceptable to tourists and prevent any animal cruelty. People who know me and have watched me for the last 10 years know that I don't give up. Now, I'm sorry to have to share this with you. I'm seeing it's nearly 13 minutes now, and we don't usually do such long videos. But we've had a meeting here amongst our trustees and our staff, and it may be because of the way that Instagram is going, and it's being used very much for I've got my words tied, excuse me. For people who want to promote their own particular business or whatever. And a lot of the videos are quite, they're made to look far better than they actually are. It may be that we leave the Instagram program. Now, I'd be quite sad about that because we get a lot of followers from Instagram and a lot of really good supporters who will support us each month. But I think looking to the future, we have to be prepared. Facebook works extremely well for us. And on Meta, we are registered as a registered charity, and they have been very supportive to us. But of course, what I realize now is that we must grow the YouTube channel. And I hope that all of you who have taken an interest in this particular case would support me on that. And as I say, like and subscribe. And I cannot thank the people who have supported us enough. You have helped us save lives. You have helped us move forward. You are helping our refuge grow. And that is so important for the equines of Morocco. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you all again soon.